Welcome back to Mcoc AlBundyRules. So I got a very special video for you all today. This is going to be in honor and celebration of over 2,000 subscribers now. Feels like just yesterday was doing a 1,000 subscriber special a few months back, but boy, it went quick, let me tell you, as this channel is now going on, I think, about 9 months. So about 9 months ago was at 0 up to 2,000. So I want to thank everybody for the support. I am so glad to hear so much positive feedback on those enjoying the channel. So I want to give a little something back to where I can right here today in celebration of 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to do a nice full account tour for y'all. I have had a lot of changes on my account recently, past month or two specifically. Have done 3 new R3 6 stars alone, multiple R5 5 stars, so many new champs, have beat a whole bunch of new content. So going to take a nice little look through, kind of show you my account. For those of you who've seen my account previously in a previous account tour, we're going to see lots and lots of changes. With that being said, let's get started a little bit. And again, thank you all again so much for the support. I do love hearing the positive feedback I do hear on a regular basis from so many of y'all. Glad to hear, enjoying and finding my videos useful. So starting off, I'm going to look at my profile, and we're going to see, for anyone who's been noticing my account, you're going to see a massive change in my prestige lately. So I got some new R3s, I put a little bit of SIG into some of my 6 stars as well. Last account here, it's probably gone up close to 1,000 since then. I believe we're at 11,409. Keep in mind, I don't focus on prestige. I'm also not one of the spenders, so you're going to see my champs lower level SIG than max. You're not going to see any of them. I think 60 is probably my highest SIG, so I don't focus on prestige whatsoever because I'm not a spender. And so we're going to look here on the profile. Now moving into my further down in my profile, we will quick look at my masteries. I'm currently running suicides right now. If you want more information on suicide, term you hear a lot, don't try to memorize what I'm showing you here. I do have a video fully explaining suicides on my channel to include the total amount of costs, what's needed, pros and cons, even show a little demonstration on it. So here's a little example of primary suicide running with a little bit of extra stuff. So we'll see up here the liquid courage for that 30%. We'll see double edge for that 30% right there. We'll also see I got some points down here in despair, deep wounds, and assassin. For those who ask about what's the best masteries, it depends on what teams you run. If you don't have suicide friendly champs, for example, and if you don't know what that means, be sure to watch my suicide video, mastery video. It depends on who you use. If you use bleed heavy champs, some of those might work. Higher end content, assassins is good. So that's my viewpoint on that. Here I have some extra points in defense, mainly because I need to get my 3 points in willpower for running suicides. So I have some extra points in some of these items I normally wouldn't have if it wasn't for the fact there are minimum unlock requirements for willpower. Then over here in proficiencies, if I wasn't running suicides, I would have much more points in here, but currently I don't even have anything in Mystic Dispersion, which I normally would have, but we'll see the bare basics here. One thing I do like to keep points in is Stupefy, because I use a lot of parry heavy champs, which has been really common in the game lately. A lot of the good champs have been kind of parry heavy or charge heavy, that kind of stuff. Therefore, like your Magnetos and those items, therefore I like to keep some mastery points in there for extra time. Another look, I know people have asked me about my titles. We see I'm currently having my Breaker of Thrones title up, which is for 100% Act 6, which took me a while to do, but I did that, I don't know, a month or so back, give or take. We'll see some of the other titles right here. Gonna go slowly on the top ones, some of the more rare ones, and then I'm gonna scroll faster because I've been playing this game since the first titles came out. And I've got most of them since then, at least all of the meaningful ones, I would say. And then we kind of scroll and we'll see lots and lots of titles. Most of these don't have a whole lot of much meaning, at least not to personal meaning anyway. So yeah, we'll see a whole lot of these in there that just kind of take up space, but why not? So with that being said, that knocks out, show you a little bit of my profile, a little bit of my masteries, a little bit of my titles. So let's get into a little bit of content. People ask me where I'm at in the game, my content, and right now I'm doing pretty dang well in content. I'm going to show you starting off on special quests. And I have 100% all of them. Realm of Legends, obviously, I do that on a regular basis for potion farming or some of the videos. Good place to practice champs, do videos. 100% Labyrinth of Legends quite a while ago. Road to Labyrinth back. And Abyss of Legends, 100% that several months back by now, actually. So we'll see all the special contents 100%. Moving on to back issues. I've done some videos and walkthrough completion item free walkthroughs on both variant 5 and 6. I know have been fairly popular, especially my variant 6 ones. If you're still working on those, be sure to check those videos. A lot of people found them very helpful, but we will see that I have all of my variants, all 100%, yes, including variant 1. That one by far took the longest because variant 1 is just, well, garbage is probably the most polite way I'll phrase variant 1. Other ones are a lot more fun. So we'll see all that's up at 100%. Moving on now into story mode. Just looking at book 1. And we are now going to see everything's 100%, which Breaker of Thrones title should self-explanatory that. So 100%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 100%, that was one of the most recent things I finished. Wasn't too long ago. I released the video and my Act 600% exploration completion video, in which I got some good stuff out of there. So really the only thing I have left in the game right now, so I'm taking my time. I'm in no hurry. It gets boring when you're out of content. So I got book 2 going on chapter 1. We'll see. I completed that. when it first came out. And I have some videos on there, mainly a few of the boss fights and stuff. Doing some more as I explore. But I'm taking my sweet time on here. And I'm at 52% right now. So like I said, this is all I have left in game, as I'm taking my time waiting for new content to come out, as well as I know 7.1.2 is currently going through beta right now as well. So looking forward to that. So that is pretty much the main part of my completion. So let's get into the good stuff, the stuff that most people care about, the champions. Excuse me. So now let's look at my champs a little bit. So I'm going to break it down in a way I think will be an easier way to kind of figure out all this chaos, because I got a lot of champs these days. So I'm going to go by 6 stars and then by class. That we can kind of get a better look. Some places you're going to see I'm pretty stacked on 6 stars. Some, like Science, not nearly as much. We'll see I only got 3 Science 6 stars, only 1 dupe. 2 of my 3 I brought up to R2, including my Spider-Gwen, one of my most recent. I actually duped her like 3 times and 5 featured recently, so I've been kind of on a featured 6-star strike. Great champ, but I don't need that many dupes of her. So yeah, we'll see. No, actually I pulled her, then I duped her again is what it was, and that was like 3 out of 5. So I got her as R2, enjoy using her a lot. I've done some videos, including tutorial on her in the past. My Human Torch has been there for a while. I pulled Electro not too long ago himself. Moving on to my 6-star Science. I just left the Science. I'm moving on to my 6-star skill. Have a lot more skill, as we see here, 9 total, including, what's it look like, about 4 dupes there. So some of my newest ones, Daredevil HK, I haven't really messed with him yet because I already got him as an R4 5-star dupe. Hawkeye is another champ I really enjoy. He was actually my first R4 back when R4 5-stars were rare. But I already got him there, so I haven't messed with him too much. I do enjoy him. Kingpin did a video after his buff tutorial recently. He is someone I'm looking at bringing to R2 very, very soon as well. I've been contemplating if I want to do R3 or not, since I do have a T5 skill, but as of now I'm leaning towards no, mainly because his synergies, he doesn't depend necessarily, but he relies a lot on the synergies, and he's just not as much fun without the synergies. So I cautious of champs like that. We see the Thor, Black Widow, Deadly Origin. This is one I've been looking at possibly doing an R3, and we see I'm missing 2 TA2 right now, but someone I could easily do an R3 on. So one I've been looking at but holding off. Ninth Thrasher, someone else I've considered doing in R3 on as I got him dupe. However, my SIG is pretty low on him, only 20, so I've decided not to at this point, even though I have seen some R3 6-star Ninth Thrashers out there that look pretty dang nice, but my SIG's just not high enough. We'll see over here on my Mutant, and yes, my Magneto is an R3, which is hilarious because he's barely over Emma, who is an R2 as far as on the rating goes. So he's one I ranked up a while ago, easily one of my favorite champs, destroys content. I have many videos, including a tutorial on Magneto. If you're interested in learning him, we see Emma here as well as my R2. Cyclock I recently brought up to R2, still working on leveling her up. I've always been a big Cyclock fan. Biggest hit against her for a while has been her damage with Horseman of Apocalypse. She's insane. And so I'm honestly considering giving her consideration for R3 over... She's up there. Cyclock, Emma, and Domino are my 3 ones I'm looking at as possible R3s once I finish my next Mutant. T5C, which one I do, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't, as we know, I don't always go by the traditional routes, nor do I follow rank ups by tier list or silly nonsense like that. I do who I like, who I believe is going to help me the best. Moving on to my Cosmics. See, VTD was my first 6-star R3 probably almost a year ago by now. Cole, I got him from the 100% Abyss. And then we'll see Hella, I've got her duped recently. Someone else I'm looking at moving to R2 in the near future. Angela, who I believe is getting a buff in the near future. See how that goes. Now, Tech's been busy for me lately on my 6-stars. We'll see down here I'm up to 10 of them. See a couple down here. See some of these. But I've got a dupe Green Goblin not too long ago. I have my Ghost and Sentinel as R2. And not only once but twice I passed up Ghost for R3, which I know plenty of people can say whatever they want, but yeah, I'm not arguing on who's best. I don't always do rank ups for who's best. I'm looking at where I'm in the game, who I think is going to be best for later content based on how it comes out, and who's fun. I like Ghost. She's amazing. I've ranked her as my number 1 tech in a list I've done, but that doesn't mean she's my favorite to use. Guillotine 99, I put her as my R3, and Guardian. I've also put him as R3 recently as well, so I now have 2 R3 6-stars in Guillotine 99 as well as Guardian. And I got some good videos on both. Recently released a video of Guardian, this R3 doing 4.2 million damage and only 4 special 2s. So that's one to check out if you haven't already seen. Does some insane damage, so averaging over 1 million per special in that video. Now moving on to my 6-stars. Mystics. Sasquatch is also one of my newest R3s. It was discussion. I had announced I was either going to R3 Sasquatch or Dragon Man, but bottom line, I have Dragon Man as an R5 I saw already. I was kind of a toss-up between them, but the fact that I already had a fully ranked up Dragon Man awoke with decent SIG, I decided to go with Sasquatch, who's amazing, and I got a good video of him. Expect more videos of him coming out in the near future, although they got some good video plan ideas and some content he just absolutely shreds through. He's like a cheat code for some of this content. Dormammu was one of my newest ones as well. So those are my 6-stars. Let's take a quick look through the 5-stars. I'm going to emphasize some of my new ones, or R5s, starting back up in science. Red Guardian, Thing, Captain America, Void, Quake are all R5s, so I got 5 of them there. Yellowjacket got him R4 after his buff. I got a tutorial post-buff video. I believe he had a pretty dang nice buff overall. His damage isn't OP, but you can do permanent power sting, something people overlook, and he has some great utility. I recommend watching my tutorial if you have not already done so. See Spider-Gwen, I got her R4 here too, but I won't be ranking this up as I got her as a R2 6-star awoke. Spider-Ham, someone I just recently brought up to R5, but I haven't leveled him up yet, so you're going to be seeing more of him. He's a super fun champ. I got a tutorial on him. One of the highest damage dealers in the game when used correctly. Lots of fun there. She-Hulk's the one I'm looking at ranking up in the near future. Moving on, Abomination. I've been low on ISO. I've been doing so many rank ups. I can't get ISO anywhere near quick enough. Abomination, Immortal, someone I'm looking at bumping up in the near future too. And Miles is someone I got my eye on, as he's got a buff coming up from what's being heard. Looking at the skill now, we'll see I got Blade, Fury, Aegon, as my R5 5 stars. And then we also have Stealthy Daredevil with his recent buff. We got a video on his recent buff. I was a fan of his buff during my video and still am. Not as much when running Suicides without Suicides. Pretty good buff, just a very different play style. Got a tutorial on him as well. Night Thrasher, but like I said, I got him R2 now, 6-star. We got Falcon. I'm looking at moving to him R5 at some point probably. I got a tutorial on him also. He's amazing. Killmonger recently ranked up, but still need some ISO for him. Got my eye on Ronin to bump him up eventually. Mole Man, I'm actually in the process of releasing a video on him, but he's on my rank up list as well. Kingpin won't be as we saw, I got him on my 6 stars. Here on my Mutant now, so we see Namor, Domino, Apocalypse, Professor X as my R5s there. Apocalypse and Professor X, been having so much fun with them lately. Namor 2 is one of my newer ones as well. And I do have a tutorial videos on Apocalypse. Doesn't just have amazing synergies making other champs amazing, but he in himself is absolutely astonishing. And if you don't know how to use him, definitely watch my tutorial on him. Professor X, I plan on doing some videos on him soon. He's so much fun to use. I'm seeing him gain a lot of popularity lately, and for good reason. Dude's amazing, I'm telling you right now. Already got an R3 6-star Magneto, so he won't be ranking up. I still have an R5, my Colossus. That's what I've been talking about for a long time, but I don't enjoy playing him without Omega. I don't have a 5-star or a 6-star Omega. Therefore, I haven't bothered to rank up Colossus yet because I just don't like using him without Omega. That's me. I need to finish leveling up my Havoc. Again, I have a major ISO 8 issues. And we see some of those items there along down. Moving now on to my 5-star Cosmic. We're going to see Captain Marvel movie, Corvus, Hyperion as my R5s. And we'll see a lot of other champs. Carnage, underrated champ, got him R4, got a nice tutorial on how to use him. Proxima Insane Damage, I got some highlight videos of her on my channel. And we'll see some of these others. Cosmic Ghost Rider, I've been too short on ISO, and I've had several R3s and R2 6-stars lately, so I haven't been able to rank him up. I can't stop hearing enough about him. So I'm working on ranking him up little by little as I get ISO, so you're going to see him as an R5 in the very near future, and some gameplay from him in the near future. And we're looked down through these Cosmics. Moving on to Tech now. We'll see my Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, Warlock, Guardian, Ghost, Hulkbuster are as all as R5s. And Guardian, I got him as an R5 here. I got a video of him doing 1 million damage in R5 on an S2, but now I also got him as an R3 6-star, so I got double the Guardian fun. Hulkbuster's a fun one. Ghost, use her. Another reason I didn't do my R3 on my Ghost is because I already got one dupe, decent Sig, here as an R5, and this is the one I mainly use. I don't really use my 6-star Ghost since she's not awoke. And we'll see the LOL Ultron Classic over there. And some of these others. I actually got the Vision deal for, was it 1,000 units I think it was last time, or 1,500 units. I had a stack of units, so I couldn't have passed that up. I'm like, I remember when it was 15,000 units when they first released that for a 5-star a couple of years ago. When I saw it was down to either 1,000 or 1,500, I couldn't have passed it up. That's like a week of arena grinding. And not that I've used them, but. And now we have Mystics. So got Doom, Black Widow, Claire, Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo, Dragon Man, Mojo, Magic, Symbiote Supreme. So I got 7 R5s here, quite a few of them. So this Dragon Man right there is one of the main reasons I did an R3 my 6-star recently. And pretty stacked on Mystics. If you see more Symbiote Supreme videos, I've been doing several boss videos. I've been finding him a good counter for a lot of bosses in the game lately. Sorcerer Supreme's on my to rank up list very soon. Morningstar is too. I like her a lot, but the build-up kind of bores me on her. Even though I love build-up champs normally, I just need to play with her some more, I think. And there we go through there. We recently got that Doctor Strange as well. So those are all my 5-stars and 6-stars broken down by class. Having a basic idea there. Hopefully that gives you an idea on what I've done recently, what I am doing on my champs, and what I'm looking at on content. I'm looking at the next steps in someone like Guardian, for example, can get around damage cap limits. Like I'm doing over a million damage specials, and LOL that has a 50,000 damage limits. So things like that I look at when I'm doing my rank ups and looking for versatility. I don't always go for who's best. I sure don't go by tier lists. I go by who I like, who's fun for me, who I want to use based on my mastery setups and based on content coming that I believe in how stuff might be set up, knowing historical trends Kabam has going on. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of my inventory. Let me go and show you my catalyst, where I'm at here. I've done a lot of rank ups, so I was overflowing. I had like 10 T5Bs in my to expire list not too long ago, so I've been ranking up like crazy. Some of the ones I've just showed you, mainly those R3s, and from R2 to R3 6 stars take quite a bit. So we see, but I still have 4 T5Bs available here. I'll be using those in the near future. It's been about, for me, ISO's been my bottleneck lately. So why rank up champs that I can't level up, which I already have so many ranked up I can't level up. We see on my cosmics, I'm about 14,000, so I'm a long ways for a T5B. I'm about halfway, more than halfway, on a tier 5 mutant catalyst. Like I mentioned a bit ago, those are really 3 champs. I'm looking at using it on realistically. There's 3 champs that I could easily consider, justify to myself bringing up to R3 on there. And then we have the science, also almost about halfway there to another science, which if I do the science, I would either R3 Torch or Spider Gwen. Having 100 decided, most likely I would use Torch for an R3, even though he's not dupe. I would probably do him as the rank up. And we have Mystic, not that many in there. I have an entire T5 skill catalyst already, but I've spoken about a few I've looked at, considered using it on. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger on them, but it's between Night Thrasher, Kingpin, and also Clear Deadly Origins are ones I've considered, but I have not decided to yet. If I was ever to dupe Deadly Origins Black Widow, I would probably use it on here, but I'm not 100% sure. I got a ways on T5 Tech right there. I ran a little low on T2A right now, but those are easy to get through Glory, so that will be stacked back up again in the near future. And last thing I'm going to show you now before I wrap up this 2,000 subscriber special edition account tour, full access, showing you all the goodies. I'm going to show you items, nothing too much. I've been using a lot more items. I was hoarding a lot of things for a while. I've started to splurge a little bit on some of my champs with some awakening gems, some SIG stuff along the way. Some of the stuff I had hoarded for a year or two, so decided to start using it. I still got 2 5-star generic awakening gems. I think I had like 3 or 4 at one point not too long ago. I still got a cosmic 5-star awakening gem. And I still got a science 5-star awakening gem too, and a mystic 5-star awakening gem. And I've used several over the past few months actually. I just had a huge stash of them. Been using a lot of SIG stones lately. One of the big reasons my prestige has made a drastic jump over in the past month. And moving on through, I got a couple of those Deadpool pieces. I haven't seen them doing more on that recently. And moving on through, we'll see like a 3-4 gem and 5-star. We'll see some SIG stone still in here. Something like cosmic 5-star. I'm just waiting for who I want to use those on, so I try not to use them unless I know exactly who I'm using them on. And a little look through here. And moving on. And got a rank 1 to 2 science gem. My only rank 1 science 6-star right now is Electro. I'm not really interested in bringing him up to an R2 at this time, so I'm holding on to that. And that pretty much wraps up everything that I can think of showing you on this account tour. I'm hoping you enjoyed. I'm hoping you enjoyed seeing as much as I could think of stuff that might be interesting to you. Again, thank you so much for watching, supporting the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Always appreciate the feedback y'all give, the interaction, the comments, and of course, always glad to hear when you're finding the videos helpful and all the positive comments along the way, and or constructive as need be too. As many of you know, I try to listen to all the constructive feedback. For those of you who've been subscribed to the channel for a while, have seen me make many changes to how I do my videos to include the audio, the setup, the graphics, the animation, all the good stuff. A lot of it based on feedback along the way. So please keep the feedback coming. It's greatly appreciated. Again, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, if you're not one of the over 2,000, don't be shy. Go click that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, and it's a good show of support, and also lets you see when things are coming on out online, especially if you have notifications up. And I do a lot of regular good content that is worth exploring and seeing when it comes out. So again, thanks so much, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already done so to Mcoc AlBundyRules. Thanks again.